There'll be some food next, obviously, because it's time for dinner, right?
Yes. Yum, yum.
Yeah, can I get a hoya?
Oh, fuck no.
So prior to arriving to the ship, we actually watched the safety video and did all the pre-muster stuff in the Royal Caribbean app. And so when we got on board, one of the first things we did is go to our muster station to be checked off for the safety drill. And at that point we were hungry, so we stopped and grabbed some food.
Hi friends, so we're here on Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. Carlos is with me, as you can see. We're sailing away, so we're gonna go up to the pool deck and check out Sail Away. I'm sure they have music and all that fun stuff, and we'll go from there. But anyway, anything else?
No. We'll talk soon.
So we made our way up to the pool deck, and of course they started things out with some line dances, because that's kind of what cruise lines do for Sail Away and the various deck parties, which is always fun, but we didn't participate, we just observed. People watching is always one of my favorite things to do. And then we went up a deck so that we could see kind of who was around us and what was going on. And we had a Carnival ship, a Disney ship, a couple of Royal Caribbean ships, all docked there getting ready to leave. So yeah, it was pretty crowded in port that day. But yeah, within a few minutes, we were pushing off the dock and making our way out into the open water. I, of course, grabbed a Miami Vice, because that's sort of like a Sail Away tradition for me. Carlos also grabbed some sort of sweet and fruity drink, and we hung out up there on the upper deck as we left Port Canaveral.
Bye-bye, Port Canaveral. We'll see you in a few days. It's been real. It's been really real. We'll talk soon. All right, y'all, dinner time. I haven't looked at the menu at all, have you?
No.
All right, so we're going to be surprised, but that's okay. There'll be some food next, obviously, because it's time for dinner, right?
Yes. Yum, yum.
Yeah, can I get a hoya?
Oh, fuck no.
We'll talk soon.
After dinner, we made our way out to the promenade. As we mentioned before, this was a Christmas cruise, so they had all kinds of extra events, and one of the things that they did was a tree lighting ceremony on the first night. They had like a pre-party and made a whole big old production of it, and it was super crowded out there, but we were lucky enough to find a seat inside Cafe Promenade.
La, 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 la. You're not singing?
Oh, no.
Carlos isn't even doing the carols. La, 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 la. 3, 2, 1.
Having the tree lit up and all the decorations up really did make it feel really festive in there. And while we were sitting there, we checked the schedule and saw that they had an ice skating show in Studio B. We had really enjoyed that show on Oasis of the Seas, and this one was like a circus theme. And we got there a little bit early, so we found really good seats. And then at one point, this square thing dropped from the ceiling, and no one was really sure what it was. And then all the performers came out and started skating around it like it was some really big deal. It turned out that it was the circus big top for the whole arena that stayed there for the duration of the show. And for whatever reason, they decided to put it up really slowly and really dramatically.
right, so no tail animals on the bed. That's not really a Royal Caribbean thing. We might get a couple this cruise. But I did find Carlos laying down. Carlos, tell us what you thought of the show. The ice show.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so fun, right? Anyway, LGBTQ get together right now, and then we might go up to the nightclub later tonight. But that's the vibe for now. We're just chilling. Probably about 10 more minutes and we'll head down to the bar where the LGBTQIA plus event is happening to see if we can meet some friends. And of course, we'll keep you posted on all of that. And what's the catchphrase, Carlos?
We'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon.
So we went down to the Bamboo Room, which is where they had the LGBTQ get-together, and the cruise director, Brian, actually hosted it, which was cool because normally those events are unhosted, and it makes it kind of awkward to, find where you need to go and who you need to interact with. And he did a good job of, designating an area and everything for us all to get to know each other. And then from there, these two guys, Jeffrey and Jacob, along with a couple of the other people that we met, joined us in the nightclub, which, just like on Adventure of the Seas, was the Viking Crown Lounge. It was honestly totally turned in there, and we ended up hanging out with Jeffrey and Jacob the entire cruise and had so much fun getting to know them. And we basically closed down the nightclub, grabbed some food, and went back up to our room to call it a night.
All right, so the last couple of events that we went to were the LGBTQ meetup at the Bamboo Lounge or whatever it's called. And then we had planned to go to the nightclub, which we did. But y'all, I've talked about the LGBTQ meetups before and how they're kind of disappointing and nobody ever shows up, and especially the first day. It was a madhouse in there. That Bamboo bar was full of gays, if you will. Not just gays, but lesbians and bis and, hopefully every other letter was represented. But we've met so many cool people tonight, legit. I don't know what's going to happen this cruise, but we already have 10 friends. It's crazy. Our table mates were so... That's it's funny because normally my friends that I hang out with on a cruise are my table mates, but tonight it ended up being like a family. It was like a mom and dad and two sons, and they sat at the other end of the table and we sat at our end, and we communicated. It was fine. They seemed fine, but it's not like a bunch of single solos or other couples or anything. It's weird that it's us, a couple, and them, a family. There's still room at our table, so maybe we'll end up with some other people. Because some people don't go to the main dining room the first night, but it's so weird that we had kind of this weird dinner situation, and then we go to this meetup that's normally a total bust, and we have all these friends now. Super cool. But yeah, Carlos is here. He's topless, but he's covered with sheets. What did you think about today?
A lot of fun, a lot of drinking. We met some cool guys. What else? We ate pizza.
We also met some cool girls, but guys matter more, probably.
Oh, yeah. We met a cool girl and her aunt.
Yeah, definitely Emma and her aunt Vanessa and the husband and the whole situation. It was a lot. It was very tea. And it's gonna be a pretty fun cruise, I think. We've already got at least a couple people that we're gonna keep in touch with afterwards, that kind of thing, which is always fun. That's my favorite part about cruising, is meeting people. What do you think, Carlos?
Yeah, definitely.
And I think pretty much almost every cruise I've been on, I've met at least a couple, one or two people. Mm-hmm. This is my 17th cruise, I would say probably 13 or 14 of them I have people that I know from, which is super cool. But anyway, I think that's it. You have anything to add, Carlos?
No.
All right, well, we're a little tipsy. I have some food over there. I'm gonna scarf down, and then I'm gonna hit the hay. And we're definitely, it's what, 2:30 in the morning? We closed the ship down tonight, y'all. We were just having such a good time. Time flew tonight. But anyway, I want to thank you all for traveling with us. Be sure to comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and...
Well, have a good night.